Zone 1. Zone 1 is the lightest level of running. Imagine a relaxed jog or even just a fast walk. You're moving, but it almost feels effortless. You could hold a full conversation without losing your breath. The real benefit here is active recovery. It gives your body a chance to heal while still staying in motion. Blood flow increases, muscles repair faster, and soreness fades without the stiffness you'd get from sitting still. This zone is where beginners often start because it's safe, approachable, and builds consistency. But it's just as important for advanced runners. Elite marathoners like Eliud Kipchoge use Zone 1 days to flush out their legs after long runs. Even sprinters like Usain Bolt use low-intensity jogs to keep their bodies fresh between heavy training sessions. Without recovery work, the body breaks down too quickly. Zone 1 is what allows athletes to train at a high level day after day. Zone 2. Zone 2 is the endurance zone. You're still comfortable here, but the pace is steady enough that you know you're working. Breathing is calm and you feel like you could go for hours. This is the zone where your body learns to rely more on fat as fuel, saving carbohydrates for later in a race or workout. The benefit is stamina, the ability to keep going when everything else starts to fade. Training in Zone 2 improves efficiency, strengthens your heart, and teaches your muscles to handle martial stretches without fatigue. Marathoners, triathletes, and ultra runners spend most of their training time here. Kipchoge, who is famous for his calm, consistent pacing, spends nearly 80% of his weekly mileage in Zone 2. But this zone isn't just for endurance legends. Recreational runners use it to build a base for their first half marathon. Boxers run in this zone to toughen their stamina before fights. Even military trainees spend hours here to build long-term durability. Zone 2 is where your body develops the ability to go the distance, no matter what your sport is. Zone 3. Zone 3 is often called the gray zone, but it's far from boring. The effort is noticeable. You can still talk, but only in short bursts. Breathing is heavier, your focus sharpens, and it feels like you're moving with purpose. The key benefit is raising your lactate threshold, teaching your body to handle a faster pace before fatigue sets in. The more time you spend here, the more your cruising speed improves. That's why this zone is the bread and butter of 10K and half marathon training. Mo Farah, known for his dominance on the track and road, often used long stretches in Zone 3 to prepare his body for sustained racing speed. Cyclists ride in this zone during long training blocks, and rowers use it to sharpen both endurance and strength. Recreational runners often notice their biggest leaps in performance here because it's the zone where casual jogging transforms into real racing ability. Zone 4. Zone 4 is where things start to hurt. You're running close to your maximum sustainable effort. Breathing is heavy, legs are burning, and every step feels like a test of willpower. This is a zone that separates casual fitness from serious performance. The benefit is speed endurance. Training in Zone 4 forces your body to adapt by clearing lactic acid more efficiently. That means you can hold faster paces without crashing. Over time, your body learns to tolerate the burn and push further before breaking down. This is the zone competitive runners target when chasing personal records. Middle distance athletes like Jakob Ingebrigtsen spend huge portions of training in threshold runs, sharpening their ability to hold near max pace for long stretches. Cyclists preparing for the Tour de France grind out Zone 4 intervals to simulate race pace on climbs. Even team sport athletes like soccer players and basketball players use interval training in this zone to prepare for repeated bursts of high intensity during games. Zone 4 is painful, but it's the place where true breakthroughs are made. Zone 5. Zone 5 is the limit. Short, explosive efforts where you go as hard as possible. 30 seconds, maybe up to 2 minutes at most before your body forces you to slow down. Breathing is sharp and shallow, muscles burn instantly, and everything in you screams to stop. The benefit is maximum power and speed. Training in Zone 5 improves VO2 max, which is the peak amount of oxygen your body can process during exercise. In simple terms, it raises the ceiling of what your body can handle. Sprinters live here. Usain Bolt and Florence Griffith Joyner hit this zone in all-out training sprints. Middle-distance stars like David Rudisha sharpen their finishing kick with Zone 5 intervals. Athletes in explosive sports like basketball and soccer use it for fast breaks, sprints, and last-second pushes. Even fighters incorporate Zone 5 bursts to simulate the intensity of a finishing flurry. For everyday runners, Zone 5 isn't about logging miles. It's about sharpening the edge. Short intervals here make your legs quicker, your lungs stronger, and your body more explosive. It's uncomfortable, but it's what gives you that final burst of speed when it matters most, whether it's powering through the last 100 meters of a race or surviving the toughest moments of a workout.